What's up, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook? It's your boy Silver Wolf TV. I'm here with my man OG Nitty. Nitty, what's going on, baby? Seems like you got a lot on your mind today and stuff. Talk to me.
Yeah, I do. And first of all, how y'all doing, YouTube? I do. And in the midst of me doing this, I also want to drop a few jewels on y'all about fake ass people, right? I don't think I aired it before, but my son's mother just passed. The funeral was today. And this is something that I always warn my daughters, my grandkids, all this about. I say, hey, when my time comes and I have a funeral, do not allow people to get up there and lie and say they had more of a relationship with me than they did. They were more friends to me than what they really was. I say because to allow them to do that would be to allow somebody to disrespect my memory. But before I continue, I would like to give a special shout out to all the girls from up Park Heights that grew up with my son's mother, who she done fought for a lot of y'all. When nigga was go upside some of y'all heads, she was there to console you, pet you up, and be ready to fight the nigga. I would like to give a big fat fuck you to all of y'all who did not show up to her funeral today. The one, you know, how y'all like to go back and tell me, boy, I remember me and Dolly this, Dolly that. Now one of you fake ass bitches showed up at her funeral today. Some friends, y'all. That's why I tell y'all, YouTube, a lot of these motherfuckers that claim to be friends, and I say, it go for men and women. Man, if you and that motherfucker ain't been through something, man, fuck them. Don't sit down there and they ain't been there for you, when you couldn't be there for yourself, and vice versa. Man, fuck them. Cause that shit is an act. And I'm tired of motherfuckers pretending around me. Now, I listened to some of this rhetoric that was being said about my son mother, where my son mother had step grandkids or step nieces and step this and step that. For the fucking record, my son mother has never been married a day in her life. So there's no such a thing. And it just bothers me how people sit down there and act like that kind of shit is all right. I can't tell y'all, don't disrespect my fucking memory, right? If I wasn't cool with that motherfucker, say, hey, they beef all the fucking time. Say that, because that's what the fucking truth is. Don't send me to heaven or hell with a casket full of lies.
Question though, Jesus, you speaking on when they say step grandkids, so they speaking of she had a boyfriend?
Yeah.
But they was never married though, and he had a step kid. Gotcha.
Never. And also for the record, for the person, I don't bullshit about names. Christina, right? For the one who sit there and talk about, yeah, this like her grandkid and talk about the fault his grandkid. No, they're my grandkids. So let's set the record straight on that. That's why they walked in with me, right? And I know I remain quiet out of respect for my son mother gangster. And out of respect for my son and grandchildren, because I couldn't make the worst day of their life even worse. But see, it's over now. And I held my tongue all fucking day about this. And that's why I say, I'm hearing all these people talk about, that was my girl. Bop, bop, bop. Well, let me ask y'all something. How many of you bitches was at the hospital on her last days? I know her brothers was. I know her nieces was. I know her nephews was. I know her grandkids was. And guess what? I know the fuck I was. Where the fuck was any of y'all at? You sit down there. Now, as I was saying, I trips of all these people that was sitting in this motherfucker today being phony. Right. And anybody who really knew my son mother, she despised the fake motherfucker. Much like myself. That's one of the things I instilled in her early on when we were still children. And I just trips how, like, people was in there, like, it was so fucking, and don't get me wrong, the ceremony was beautiful. But I'm talking about a lot of the fake ass shit was up there. And not really, and it wasn't really from her side of the family. Right? But it just bothered me so fucking much that I had to leave. Because I knew if I stayed there, I would end up ruining the funeral. That would have had one, traumatized my son as well as my grandchildren. Something that I would never do in a million years. But this is the only way, and I do it on YouTube because for anybody who I didn't mention by name or anything like that, or I want you to know that I'm talking to you too. I really do. I want you to know that any of her so-called friends, you know, it's a few of them, Donna Hutchinson, you know, it's a few of them, right? Tasha Gray, all that. It's funny how y'all sit down there when y'all was running the streets with this woman, and y'all go around there saying, sister, sister. That's why, like I say, when I go on Facebook and I put up, you know, the stories and the songs that I match with them, right, to let motherfuckers know, you motherfuckers fake, and like how Boogie said, I ain't got time for the fake love. You know what I mean? I ain't, the whole lot of you motherfuckers just bluffing. I just felt so disrespected for her as well as for myself, because at the end of the day, when Robert was friends with you, she was really your fucking friend. Again, much like myself. She was really your friend. She wouldn't turn on you. She wouldn't sit down there. She wouldn't give a fuck if the whole goddamn community was against you. If you was her friend, she was gonna stand by your side. And I'm talking to Nene, Bougie, Emily, if you still alive, I'm talking to you too. I just found this peaches, all of y'all. I just found it amazing how some of y'all that both have been talking about, say she was a sister to y'all. Y'all were friends and that, all this shit. And then, in her last passing, you can't even make your fucking presence known. And the way I look at that you never really fucked with her in the first place. So, for me, and on her behalf, fuck all of y'all. Everybody who's supposed to have been a friend to her and didn't show up, fuck you with two fingers. Because none of you bitches was worthy of being her fucking friend. That's where I see it. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. I don't give a fuck who on the other side of the family don't like it. You know me, I'm not hard to find. So, looking at that whole situation like, and then what killed me is that a lot of you motherfuckers tried to write me out of history. You know, you tried to write me. It was so known at Park Heights. You know, with me and certain girls, you can see them. You can see us walking way down the street and be pissed off. If we see a little bit of light, they would say, "Oh, yeah, that's such and such, such and such. That's nitty and such and such." It was like that with my son mother. And the reason why I'm really upset about all this, because outside of being my son mother, that was my friend, right? This was somebody who has willingly stepped in front of a fucking gun of a killer, not a lot of these bluffing motherfuckers today, of an actual killer was getting ready to kill me. And when I tried to actually push her up on the curve, because the only thing was on my mind was, damn, at least let my son grow up with one parent. She wouldn't move, she wouldn't budge. That was the type of friend that she was, right? So that's why I take such offense to this, because I'm like, dang, a lot of y'all, and even the ones, even when she was getting high, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't no motherfucking shame to her game, and it ain't none of mine, right? Even when she was getting high, and a lot of you bitches was right out there with her, getting high, so don't sit down there and try to fade it. And let me tell you, for the niggas that y'all got now, your girl used to be a dope fiend and a crackhead. I'm letting you know, do your history, come up Park Heights, do the history, you'll find out. Well, a lot of you motherfuckers that marry these motherfucking slew-foot bitches, your motherfucking girl and your motherfucking baby mama now probably used to be a motherfucking crackhead and a fucking dope fiend. So, back to what the fuck I was saying, that I just find it amazing how so many of y'all that she has been there for, right? And all shapes, forms, and sizes, she's been there for y'all. And y'all didn't even have enough respect for this woman to show up at her funeral. But what killed me is this. And I'm talking to you in Pacific, Donna Hutchinson. I see this bullshit, but you get on there talking about good morning Facebook family and all that. But that shit is fake. And I'm telling y'all, all the people that follow her, that shit is fake. Because my son mother was one of her oldest fucking friends. She knew that she passed. I sent a word through other people. And she did not show her fucking face. So fuck you too, Donna. So that's the way I feel, see, because I talked to y'all a couple of times about friendship. With me, friendship is a little different from what I see it out here now. Like, if I call somebody my friend, man, I'm gonna represent you, man, when you here, I'm gonna represent you when you're not. And so, take heed to this for the people out there that, man, think that you really got somebody in your corner. Man, take heed to that, man. Take heed to my situation. And don't let your final motherfucking act be one that a motherfucker be a bunch of people up there lying, man. Bunch of people that lying, bunch of people talking about they knew you, they really fucking didn't. Because it is when they put your body in the casket, for all those who lived a certain way of life, then they should put your legacy in there as well. Because there's no more when you have people standing there lying about you and them and who y'all was to each other. Till the next time.